Swimmers, take your mark.
Hello everybody and welcome to On Deck with Florida Swim Network. And guess what? We are here in our studio for the first time. I can't believe it. So excited. It is awesome looking. By the way, Dave Van Buskirk right here. John Eiffe with Mutual of Omaha. He's going to talk with us a little later about some Mutual of Omaha things going on.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So,
guess what?
what do we got?
We are on the eve of districts, guys. We're finishing up our conferences. We're going into the districts. In fact, guess what? 18 of the 24 district meets would have already taken place by the time you're sitting here watching this next week. So it's go time.
A lot of results on the ticker below. Also, guess what? In 2 days, we are going to have 1A and 2A start their districts. So
You're right.
Guess what happens next week?
Results!
Results! So, John, you're a coach. You've been a coach for a long time. What happens with coaches in this time of the year?
Well, the high school season specifically is so quick. And the coaches struggle to get the different training cycles in throughout the high school season. Most of the swimmers are swimming club also, but many of the swimmers are just swimming at the high school level. So the coaches are trying to get those swimmers ready for the conference meets, trying to get them rested, enough time to get them rested, and really get their heads on straight. You know, a lot of the kids are just experiencing high school swimming for the first time, and it's a different experience.
So,
in the clubs.
John, now it's kind of the coaches, kind of the chess game going on of, do I taper my swimmer now? Do I taper him for her for districts? Do I taper him for regionals? Do I taper him for states?
Do I taper them?
Do I taper them?
Right. Well, a lot of the coaches have a really good idea of which swimmers they're going to taper early and which swimmers they won't taper at all.
Yeah.
You know, most of the club swimmers will probably hold off on their taper until later on, until they get to the state level. And some of the kids who are trying to make cuts will taper and shave early. So, you know, they customize it per swimmer.
Interesting stuff. By the way, this weekend was Florida Swimming LSC's House of Delegates and annual meeting that they do, and they came up with a lot of different things. There's awards, there's rules changes. Dave, tell us a little bit about what went on.
Real quick, I want to say congratulations to Greater Tampa Swimming Association's Ryan Gober was named Age Group Coach of the Year. Jamie Lewis was named Senior Coach of the Year. Bulls alum and Florida Gator swimmer Caleb Dressel and T2 Aquatics Justine Bowker were named Senior Athletes of the Year.
Also, Florida Swimming has a Hall of Fame. They announced 4 people in. Al Soltis, the official. He doesn't even know how to swim, but he's official, and he went in. Nancy Hogshead, the Olympian, 1984 100 freestyle Olympian. Nicole Hazlett, 3-time Olympian.
Hey, I remember Nicole.
Yeah, she was on the show a couple weeks ago. And then Kim Linehan also. Guess what else they did? Mutual of Omaha came and spoke at the House of Delegates.
Well, that was me. It wasn't Mutual of Omaha.
This was John speaking. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, thanks, Joe. Mutual of Omaha is very, very excited for the opportunity to partner with Florida Swimming. Mutual of Omaha has worked with USA Swimming for almost 16 years now, and we're really interested in broadening that relationship and deepening the relationship more to the grassroots level. So what we're going to do, Joe, is we're going to offer discounts on products and a lot of freebies in some of our products that, you know, that's the bare bones of it, but that's not really, in my view, the exciting part of it. The exciting part is going to be Mutual of Omaha's involvement in Florida swimming. I have already been involved in volunteering in many local meets. Got to know all of the coaches. You know, I'm here 3 or 4 months, and really have gotten to know the craziness of Florida swimming and having a great time. But we want to become more involved on the local level. So we'll do things like help defer costs for heat sheets at meets. Also get involved in things like annual banquets. Dave, you had mentioned the swim clinics, how successful they have been. We'd love to start offering swim clinics on a more regular basis with Florida Swimming. This is a beta experience. This is a test in Florida, and the Mutual of Omaha and USA Swimming will be watching closely how it goes. And as you said, this weekend at the convention, we discussed it, and I have gotten a lot of positive feedback, especially from the younger coaches. It's interesting that the younger coaches are looking for this type of support from Mutual of Omaha and pretty much from any source they can get it.
So how do they find you? How do they anybody out in the audience? How would they?
Well, thanks for asking that question.
Yes, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. By the way, before you get to that, before you think about that answer, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Wow.
Do you know that guy?
I do.
You do?
Well, wait a minute. Which guy? There's
the guy that drove the Land Rover
There's
around.
Merle, and then, well, the old guy or the young guy? I knew the old guy. I grew up on Mutual of Omaha.
I know.
So Marlon Perkins was, every Sunday morning, Marlon Perkins on the Mutual of Omaha. But there's a new guy whose name I can't remember right now, but he's apparently very, very popular. But when I tell anybody that I work for Mutual of Omaha, that's what they talk about is Mutual of Omaha.
Yeah,
so speaking of remembering, how would somebody remember to know to contact you, John, in regards to Mutual of Omaha, especially for the partnership?
Well, if they want some more information on the program, if they would, they could email me at john.eiffe, that's E-I-F-E, at mutualofomaha.com.
Joe, guess what? I'm going to have Ashley Bodiford, Mickey Kennedy coming in here later on the show.
Those are crazy guys
They
coming in
are.
here.
They're going to come in and tell us later on about the season and what to expect here in the next future. But I got a quick question for you. Am I fast enough for college?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Caitlin Freeling is going to tell me right now.
Hey guys, Caitlin Freeling here, and I'm here to talk to the swimmers today that are asking themselves, am I fast enough to swim in college? I don't know if I'll be able to get a scholarship. And the answer is yes. There are over 500 programs in the United States between Division 1, 2, and 3 in the NCAA, NAIA, and junior colleges. I actually have a story of a former teammate of mine, Harrison Curley, who swam with the University of Florida, a Division I program, for a few years, and then decided that he wanted to transfer over to a smaller Division III school program where he thrived, and he ended up winning multiple national championships with them. So basically for you, it's just about finding where you're going to be the most comfortable and what's going to be the best fit for you.
When done correctly, the old standby drill of single arm can really teach you a lot about your freestyle. Why do it? Single arm freestyle will work your kick, your head position, your catch, and even your breath timing, all while training. How to do it? Start by swimming freestyle, only in this version of single arm, one of the arms stays back by the side. Initiate a recovery and pull through with one arm. Focus on keeping your head stable. Make sure you reach your full extension on each stroke. How to do it really well, the fine points. Many swimmers will end up leaning to one side on this drill, while you can see Matt Target rotating completely to both sides. You'll also notice that Matt keeps his feet moving in a continuous kick. This will be very important to accomplish this drill. Breathing can also be improved as you won't have a lead arm to lean on during the breath, so you'll need to have a well-balanced, rotating body to get your air.
Long course meters. Long course meters is swum in a 50-meter pool. This is the length that is used during the Olympics.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Hey everybody, Dr. Brad Burkhart with Atlanta Orthopedics. So listen, you've been through this season, okay? You've been swimming every day, you've been pushing off the wall, you've got aches and pains, and you're tired and you're fatigued and your body is just worn out. But guess what? It's championship season. How are you gonna get yourself better? Well, there's a lot of ways that we do this, and one of the ways is rest. And we talked earlier about sleep. You have to give your body enough sleep. You have to maintain proper nutrition. You have to get plenty of water in your body. And a lot of times your coaches will put you through what we call an active recovery type of training, where you're spending a little bit of time trying to flush the body of the lactic acid, you're trying to work on your muscles, you're trying to strengthen those muscles, and you're trying to get rid of some of those lingering aches and pains. So proper nutrition, proper rest, proper hydration, and stretching and active recovery, these are just a couple of the things that you can do to maximize your championship season.
I'm sorry I'm not there in person with you, but I appreciate you checking in. It's a heck of a week here. We start districts in a few days. All the 1A, 2A schools do. And it's going to be pretty fast. Before you know it, we're going to all get together in Stuart, and it's going to be one heck of a state championship time. I would like to say good luck to all of your viewers. I know there's plenty of people out there getting ready for the big, fast finale. See you next week.
Welcome back to On Deck with Florida Swim Network, and we are super excited to have Ashley Bodiford from Haggerty High School in Oviedo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you. So,
nice
tell us about swimming. You've been swimming for how long?
I would say probably 8 years, 6 years on USA Swimming Club.
And you're a junior at Haggerty.
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit about Haggerty Swimming.
How's the season going?
It's going pretty well. I mean, we got 2 new coaches, Rick Duran and Derek Doherty, so it's exciting. It's going from 2 girl coaches to 2 guy coaches, so
okay.
it's different, but it's definitely exciting. We switched our relays around, so we have new relays this year. 2 of our fastest girls are seniors, so they're getting ready to go to college, so it's their last year.
Speaking of college, now you're a junior. Season's changed a little bit compared to sophomore year.
It has.
And now all of a sudden here comes the college recruits, everything going on with the college side of it.
Yeah.
Is that a distraction?
I mean, it's kind of a distraction. It's more of exciting. Like, it kind of motivates you to do well. I mean, personally, it's motivated me to fix a lot more things and definitely worry about my times. Like, they ask for dual meet times during the week, so you got to make sure those are fast. You want to impress.
How do you combine USA Swimming with high school? And they compare with each other, and what do you train for?
I mean, pretty much club swimming kind of merges with high school. For the high school state meet, it kind of becomes like your big club taper meet. So it's exciting. I mean, you go to high school practice. For Haggerty, at least, we go for 30 minutes. Then we go over to club, and we swim club for the rest of the day.
There's a 30-minute break. There's a rule.
That's right.
There's a rule, so there's a 30-minute break.
We have a 30-minute break.
Or longer.
Sometimes it's an hour.
It's called social networking, right?
So then, but it's kind of and then we train with Oviedo High School too, when we train for club. It's exciting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean when all the clubs
that's right.
Gotcha.
So pretty much club is, we're training for the high school meets, so.
Gotcha. You had a pretty decent question about mixing the two, or what?
Yeah, actually, looking at high school swimming, we've had a conversation about, we've asked all the coaches, I'm curious to see the athletic side of it. What are your thoughts about having qualifying times for swimmers during the high school season? You still have the top 2 will go to states, but you would have qualifying times.
I think that honestly work a lot better. There's a lot of people that go to an invitational and swim extremely fast, and that's mid-season. And towards the end, you got districts, regionals, and states all week after week after week. So using a time that you went earlier, it might make it easier.
And it's a prelim final where the dual meets, it's right after school.
Yeah,
you're
after
dual meet
school.
thing.
You're kind of mid-taper blues, kind of suffering a little bit, and then
well, the reason why I was
you never know how it's going to go.
The reason why I was asking is because a lot of times with here we are, the eve of districts. Districts will be, some of them will be indoors, some will be outdoors. Regionals, when it really starts, we're trimming that roster down a little bit more. Some of them will be outdoors, some of them will be indoors. The weather might play a factor in it. That's why I'm.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm good for qualifying times. I think that's a good idea.
So what is it? What's the best thing that you've learned or about high school swimming, or something that you've loved in high school swimming?
How fast the season goes. Because like you go to school, and because you're getting adjusted to school and with practice, and I also like how you lift in the mornings. It's more weights, and you swim like the morning practices, and it's also like really good team bonding with your high school. I mean, it's people you never really get to see, so it's a whole nother, it's like a refreshing group of people, and they're all just like really nice, and it's the best part.
Tell your number one goal for this year. What do you want to do?
I would like to, in high school season or in general?
High school.
Okay. Honestly, I'd like to get down to best times in both of my events. Hopefully podium in states would be the goal.
Awesome.
Be back to where I was when I was a freshman.
Thanks for joining us, Ashley. That was great.
And we're looking forward to have Mickey Kennedy. He'll be right back after we take this break. So, Dave, I got to first ask you, how in the world did you get involved with swimming?
Well, I was a swimmer myself growing up, and I wanted to be a coach from the time I was very young, and I spent a lot of time coaching, and I spent 24 years coaching at a variety of places, different levels, and USA Swimming called one day and said, hey, we've got this new job, and we're a service organization. We want to send people out into the field, and with your background in a variety of areas of swimming, you'd be perfect. So would you be interested in taking a job at swimming? I said, sounds interesting. Let's give it a whirl.
When you have a parent that is looking, and basically somebody might be watching the show today, and they go, hey, I want to get my son and daughter more involved in swimming, or at least get their, pardon the pun here, dip their toe in the pool. What advice would you give them if they're just starting out?
Well, I would look for a program that was fairly close to them, so that, because we know that convenience in today's family is important, so they're going to look for a program that's fairly close to them. And then I would look at, when you talk to the coaches, do they kind of fulfill the philosophy that you have as a parent, and are you getting what you're looking for? Or if you have no idea what you're looking for, does it sound like something you would be looking for? And so we've got a lot of great programs and great coaches that are spread out all over the state, and hopefully they can find something that would suit their comfortability and be able to get their children involved in the greatest sport that there is.
Now, real quick, I know the age group swimmers see you walk on the pool deck, and some people that are viewing today, your appearance is somewhat, I should say, holiday-ish, so to speak. I know you have another passion. What is that?
Well, my passion has always been children. That's why I got into the teaching and coaching field. And I was called to embrace my face, as it were, based on some children asking me a very simple question. Am I who I look like? And of course I was caught off guard by that because I did not see myself in that light. And through a couple of other things that came to light right after the other, I knew that it was something I had to give a thought. And then when I actually participated in the role for my very first time, and one of my very first visits was at an orphanage, I knew that this was something I was supposed to do. And in the job that I do today, when I talk to children about believing in themselves and believing in their goals and their dreams, it gets a whole lot easier for them to listen to that message, because what is the first thing we take away from a child is their belief in Santa Claus.
Correct.
Well, if Santa Claus can tell them to believe in anything, especially themselves, I hope that message gets through to them, that anything is possible if you believe.
Well, Dave, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on the pool deck.
And I look forward to being on the pool deck. Thank you very much.
Hey Sid, my name is Raghu, and I have a question regarding after the training exercises, what would be the suggestions to improve their physical strength for after training exercises?
Thank you, Raghu, for that question. I'm sure a lot of parents feel the same way. They want to do everything they can, just like you, to make sure your child is ready. You want to get a little stronger? Don't do anything without talking to the coach first. The exercises in the pool or even the dryland exercises that the coach and the program are already doing with your child are what you want to follow. If maybe you want to do a little bit of extra stretching, make sure the coach knows about it. Long bike ride on Sunday, sure, it's good. It's always good to communicate. Just be cautious and make sure you communicate.
Have you been to our website, floridaswimnetwork.com yet? We have many pages with all the water sports for you to look at.
Remember the feeling? New goggles, a new cap. When you support the USA Swimming Foundation, you provide a gift that won't fit in a box. A gift that helps young athletes fuel their competitive dreams. One that provides potential life-saving swim lessons to children. Your gift, it really is impossible to wrap. The USA Swimming Foundation, saving lives and building champions.
Welcome back to On Deck with Florida Swim Network, and we're joined today with Mickey Kennedy from Oviedo High School.
That's me.
Mickey, how's the season going so far? I know we just got finished with conference. We're focusing on districts now, so.
For me personally, rough.
Now, why rough?
Everybody said, it's supposed to be rough right now.
Man.
It's supposed to be rough.
You want to know how rough, Joe? You want to know how rough? I'll bring a tear to your eye right now. You want to know how rough?
How rough is it?
Added 30 seconds to 500 free 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. 30 seconds.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
So that's 6 per 100?
Yeah, roughly,
or
give or take.
30 the first 100?
30 the last 100.
Sorry, I know somebody else who did it.
So you're on pace.
It's like 4 minutes.
I know somebody else who did it as well, so don't feel bad. So.
I wonder what that was. 200 free, gained what, like 10? That was a lot.
All right, so tell us a little bit about, okay, so you're a senior.
I am, that's true.
Tell us a little bit about your experience 9th through 12th at Oviedo and the growth of their program.
It had been really awesome. I really enjoyed swimming with the guys. I had the great honor of swimming with Noah Hensley for much of my career. Last year I went to States, had an amazing relay team at States, but this year I am the lone remaining senior on the team. So
wow.
my relay team is me. I'm a senior. I have 2 sophomores and a freshman. But we're still pretty good.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
So the leadership on the team has fallen on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's very pyramid upside down type thing.
Do you like that?
Oh, I love it. But it's hard.
So I heard you had a group, you have a group of, what is it, freshmen?
A large group of freshmen.
And so they're pretty good.
They're pretty good, yeah. A lot better than me.
So how are you preparing? How are you preparing? How is Charlie preparing you guys for this season? Is it a big rest in district?
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna rest coming into districts soon because we do have fast meets coming up. So we did train hard throughout the season. We've been going pretty hard the last couple weeks, but it does seem as though even with today that we took it back a bit. We have that. There was that like pre-conference meet today for some of the other kids. So,
correct.
So yeah, I think going into districts we're gonna be pretty fast, pretty mean.
Wait, when is your conference?
Conference is Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
was it Wednesday or Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Oh, it is Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff.
It's pretty exciting.
So then we're getting ready for districts and then regionals.
Yep, I have no idea what I'm swimming.
So what are your thoughts on how the indoors, outdoors, and everything that does that really truly mess with swimmers?
Yeah, because going cold into a race is never easy.
Yeah.
I remember the last couple years at regionals,
That's
it's
right.
been cold, it's been windy, and it's been raining. We've been outside.
Well, now 2 years ago it was I think in Winter Haven, and then last year you were fortunate enough that regionals was indoors in Clearwater.
That was nice, but there was the outdoor meets for like districts and stuff, which especially for some of the swimmers who aren't used to it, the non-year-round swimmers who don't go into December for these meets, it's rough for them to transition for that. And I know when it's like less humid, I like it because it's easier to breathe for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it is. So I find doing longer swims easier because I can actually take in more air. But no, it's definitely hard, especially if it's raining. Raining is the worst, absolute worst. That's killer.
So Mick, Joe and I have had a chance to sit there and talk to a lot of a lot of coaches in regards to what changes they would make. We've heard some great ones, some great suggestions. What are your thoughts on co-ed relays?
I don't know. I feel as though there would need to be too many rules behind it for some things, because I don't know, it's interesting, but I think it kind of is. It's a weird scenario that I don't know how to deal with.
We've also had we've heard situations where moving diving to having this diving championship just for diving, the points do not qualify for the swim team. What are your thoughts about having diving as a standalone?
That's always interesting, especially for Oviedo, because we have a really great diving program. We have really great divers who always score a lot of points. It'll help out, especially against teams who don't have divers.
Correct.
Especially we came really, really close to beating Seminole because of our divers, which They don't remember how many divers someone
Wow.
has, but it really boosted our score.
Kind of interesting because Oviedo trains at Seminole.
Right, exactly. So it's interesting to see, but you know, I don't know. I think it would make sense to separate it because it's not like
I've got a question
similar
for you.
events. Yep.
All right, so you're shaving down for me. By the way, guys shave.
It's true. It's impossible.
Swim at swim meets, right? Chest, back, shoulders.
It's like 2 hours.
Underarms, eyebrows? No.
No.
Okay, so are you?
Kidding me?
So
beautiful.
are you? Really? Are you a in the shower shaver, or you are in front of the TV with the ice bucket? It's the ice bucket.
Did Jackson do this?
No, the ice bucket at the hotel, which people should know that kids use the ice bucket with their hot water.
Yeah, no, I'm in the bath. I would like to shave in the bath in the comfort of my privacy. I do not want anybody else to see me shaving because it'll take a while. I would go through the whole Titanic before I shave.
I'm glad I got that off my chest.
Okay, I'm glad. Hair? Is that it?
Hair.
You got hair off your chest?
Whatever. Let's
So
just.
with that being said, do other student athletes understand the whole shaving concept for swimmers?
No, they have no idea what that means.
Okay.
It's you know, it's a concern for them. They're like, you shave? And they're like, yeah, it's hydrodynamic. That's a word. So it's special, you know.
Well, they don't work as hard as swimmers.
No, they don't.
Well, Mick, good luck this year. I know you got districts, regionals, and everything coming up. So
Try to do the 100 fly this year.
Oh.
Go out with a bang,
Well,
you know?
Yeah, do it. Do it. Hips up, man.
Yeah.
Hips up.
My retirement season, you would say. Going out with a bang.
Awesome.
Throwing in the towel.
Awesome.
So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap for us. For Dave Van Buskirk, John Eiffe, Ashley Bodiford, Mickey Kennedy. We'll see you next time on deck.